So I'm here with Jan McNeilan out in her garden, and we're going to be talking about this summertime garden and what to do for this month in the garden. And I'm seeing some tomatoes, and you have some that are set already.
Hey, we do. We got tomatoes, we've got lettuce, and we've got all sorts of things. Last time you were here, we planted radishes with my grandson. And the next thing we're going to do in the garden is these are June-bearing strawberries, and we're going to mow them down, and we're going to fertilize them because they're set. They will be setting the fruit for next year.
Now you wouldn't do that if it's an everbearing,
If it's
but
an
the
everbearing,
June-bearings
but the June-bearing ones, it's time to get it cleaned up.
And your husband actually did take a mower.
He just got a riding mower and just sat down and went down the whole row. So
and
that
then you
worked.
fertilize them, and you're ready for next
Yeah,
year. Would you do any thinning at that time too? Then
you can, if you want to take some starts, you can do it then and replant somewhere else before you mow them down.
You know, I'm having a lot of questions at work about tomatoes and the dropping of the blossom, stuff like that. What can we do to alleviate that?
Well, I don't know.
That's the answer this year.
Temperature changes will do that to you. The hot weather we have, the cooler weather we have, and that'll make the blossoms drop on tomatoes, squash blossoms, like zucchini blossoms, summer squash blossoms. The male blossom comes out first, and until the female blossom comes out and that pollination happens, those male blossoms drop off, whether hot weather or not.
Happen, yeah.
So what I want to do is show you what we did with some of these radishes.
Because you picked some
yeah,
too,
we
didn't
did.
you
I've got some to show you.
All right, let's run over there. All right there, Jan. I see that these are the radishes that you planted just a month ago.
Yeah, and I just pulled them up this morning and washed them off.
And are you giving them a drink? Are they thirsty?
Yeah, right. Well, what I'm doing is like a lot of us do, things our mothers used to do. And my mom used to take the radishes from the garden, and then she'd make little rosettes out of them. And then she'd put them in a jar of cold water in the refrigerator, and they open up. They're nice garnish. They're pretty, and they really last a long time, a lot longer.
Keeps them really fresh.
Keeps them very fresh. So just plunk them in the cold water, and when you want to use them, you drain them. And let's see, I don't know if any have opened up very much. That I did a little while ago. But they open up even more, and that's a nice garnish, and it's pretty.
Yeah. My mom still doesn't let me play with knives, so I can't do that,
well.
but I'll call you to do it for me.
Okay.
Now, you have some berries laying out here. What's the story with them?
I just wanted to point out that here's some Marion berries and some boysenberries and some raspberries. And whether you buy them at the market or you have them in your own backyard, this is just sun scald here, but there's also an insect called the dry berry mite that can show the same symptoms. And if you see something like this on your plants, if it's on only the sun side exposure, then it may very well just be sun scald. But if it's in a shaded area on the back side of a plant,
where the sun's not
it may
getting
be the insect.
Okay.
It's about a 50th of an inch, so it's not a very big insect, and you would spray with lime sulfur in the spring and again in the fall, and you would take care of it. But most likely, with the weather we've had this year, these are examples of sun scald.
Yeah, nice. Good information.
And
now, what's this?
2 months ago, we talked about this beautiful clematis that I replanted. And then last time we didn't have time to show you that it died. I mean, it went down to nothing. There was nothing here but this stick. And since last time, just in the last few weeks, here it actually is living. So watering what you think is a dead plant in a pot may help. So I just want you to not give up on things. And so now, obviously, there's some good roots in there, and we're going to establish a good plant.
Well, you know, there's all kinds of great information. You can certainly go to gardentime.tv, and we'll click you over to the OSU website. Those are our tips for August. Thanks a lot, Jan.
You're welcome.